first blog this year, we looked at where we were at with Wasteland and how that distribution deal was going. We looked at Ratcatcher and the progress we were making with that. And also the new film that we're looking to shoot quite soon, which is One Last Kill. In this second blog, we're going to look at two particular films, the first of which is Tartarus, a film that we've been working on for a couple of years now, and one that we were supposed to be doing straight after Wasteland. And then the second one we're going to look at is a brand new film, so we'll be looking at that a bit later on. So with Tartarus, we were looking for something that was a complete departure from what we were doing with Wasteland. And so I sat down with scriptwriter Gavin Harrison, and we sort of threw a few ideas around and came up with the idea of this dark planet has a pure fuel source underneath. And so a company has bought the mining rights, and they are mining the planet for fuel, for rich celebrities to go intergalactic travelling. So the story that we were looking at would be focusing on a small mining ship and the trouble that they get into when they discover something in the fuel. As you can tell, this is a much larger project than Wasteland. And we wanted to do it justice. We didn't want to rush into something that was going to be below par. What we've done is we've put it on the back burner for a while. We've revised the script. We've carried on working on the production, but in a much more reduced capacity while we work on a couple of other films first. That way we can build up some momentum and also put things in place that will help us achieve this production just a little bit further down the line. So looking to a more immediate future, this year, in fact, possibly towards the end of the summer, we're looking to shoot a film called Scott. Now, Scott is a really interesting film. It's kind of, I'm looking at it as almost a relative of Wasteland, because the themes are very similar. They're themes that I'm kind of drawn to as a filmmaker. This idea that the lead character is trapped in an old world. It's a world where there's a lot of pain, psychological pain attached to. In order to move on into the new world, he has to leave behind or come to terms with a lot of the issues that have happened to him previously. And so it's that journey of how to strip away this person who's tying him down and become this new person who's free of these previous restraints. And that's quite an interesting idea, and that was definitely something we looked at with Wasteland, where the lead character was somebody who was tied to a previous life. He was looking for the old world to still exist, and he couldn't move on with his life until he'd accepted that the old world had disappeared and gone, and now he could actually move forward and become the person he was meant to be. And so that's it's an interesting idea and something I really like working with as a filmmaker, and they're themes that I like to incorporate into most of the films that I do. This is the script. We're on draft 12 or 13 now, I think, and it's getting to the point where we're really excited to really start. I think we're at a point where we're looking at locations. We're talking to cast, and everything's sort of falling into place for it to come together. Like I said before the end of the summer. As you can see from the locations that are appearing on screen, it's going to be shot in and around the UK. We're going to have to use some countryside and also some seaside. So that's going to present an interesting challenge in filming, but something that's really going to be visually quite striking, and something that is going to present us with plenty of opportunities for some great scenes. So as you can see, there's plenty of stuff going on behind the scenes on a variety of projects. So if you want to be the first to know what's going on, then just subscribe, and in the meantime, if you've got any questions, feel free to send them in to us, and we'll answer them in the next blog.